Yeah, I really love a grab bag that has a wide selection of music. English, psychedelic, rock,
No, we don't have that
fusion.
for you today,
Celebrates
but
just
No,
everything.
do you?
we have quite a selection. So
So you'll surprise me?
Oh,
I might,
I might surprise myself.
Oh my gosh! Okay, hey, let's get in it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting more into the pop field.
The pop.
Yeah, I remember the thing with this record is I wanted to hear you play it, and you didn't know it.
No.
But I had the record. I had this record, and we put on "Do You Believe in Magic," and you were able to pick it out from just listening to it. We had to play it, 3 or 4 times beginning for you to get the chords.
Yeah.
But you got them, and I was like, "Wow, that is cool." Because it's not something I'm ever going to be able to do on trumpet. It's just listen to it once and go,
Yeah.
"Okay, I got it."
Well,
but chords might be a little.
most
weird.
pop songs aren't usually very complicated to play, and you can hear the chord changes and work them out. But this we saw Dizzy and I went up to see John Sebastian when he was here at Everett. We saw him live
I've seen him
just
live
about
too.
2 years ago. I think.
Oh, really? I saw him
about that?
more like 30 years ago,
Ah,
and he couldn't sing a whole lot then.
yeah.
I mean, I was like, really? I mean, his voice just isn't.
Well,
isn't
I
there.
saw him before that, I saw him about 40 years ago. And
Well,
he
that
still
might-
had a pretty good voice at that
Yeah,
point.
that might have been time to go when he read something Express. It was one of his songs. But Summer in the City. This one was just chock full of fun stuff. You didn't have to be so nice. So always enjoyed the Love and Spoonful. Give you a little look at the inside there of that. And another fun band, and even John Sebastian's solo stuff. Whatever the first 3 records is very very good stuff. And he did Woodstock, and he was another one that kind of just came out, wasn't he? At Woodstock.
He was not scheduled to be at Woodstock, and just like Richie Havens, they kind of said, "Let us give you a guitar, or if you got a guitar, get up there and save us, because we need somebody up there to perform, and we don't. The people we were counting on can't even get here."
Yeah.
So he went out there, and he really nailed it. He gave a great performance.
Right, and then I always remember the iconic shot of the back of his tie-dye jacket with the crowd in front
Yeah,
of him.
yeah, he was
And
dressed
going,
for
wow.
that.
That was cool. This one, I don't think I don't remember in our collection, but Chad Mitchell trio at the bitter end. I just thought maybe there's some Chad Mitchell that maybe inspired.
Well,
me.
this is interesting. Chad Mitchell Trio, eventually Chad Mitchell left the trio and John Denver took his spot. I see Jim McGuinn, who's with the Byrds, when he's still using Jim, he's now Roger McGuinn.
Okay.
But he was in
that as well.
playing guitar for the Chad Mitchell Trio.
I loved the Chad Mitchell trio.
Yeah.
I was a big fan
Very,
of
very
theirs.
good, very talented group.
Well, and then when
You
they
know,
switched out, it was good.
it's a trick because a lot of the Chad Mitchell trio was humor, and you love a humorous thing the first time, the second time, but you go the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time. Each time you're going, well, maybe I'll skip that track, and pretty soon you just say, I think I'll skip the album. So I did have some problems with great parodies, but
Well, the title, like Elephants Are Contagious.
and someone people today, if I said I've got a song about the John Birch Society, they go, what? Who? What? Who? What's that all about? Or if I mentioned Barry Goldwater, people would go, who? What?
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So they got a lot of stuff that was
It's
very
a little
topical,
dated.
but it
Yeah.
pretty soon was not topical.
Maybe it's like the third track here I see is called "I Came, I Sat, I Departed."
And I don't remember that song at all.
Might be another reason.
But they were tremendous group that could harmonize just terrifically.
Cool. All right, and this one's a little different. This was much later. I don't know when he might have got inspired by this, but I know I was once on the radio with the professor's son at Stanford, and we got a request, which came from the professor over the phone, and so he requested. Let me see if I can find the track here, or maybe you remember the track.
First time I saw her face?
No.
This is a Pentangle, Basket of Light, and maybe I have the wrong record. I don't know.
I think you do.
But there's a song. You know the song?
Yeah. It was a drum solo that they did on their, I think it's called Market or something. It was the stereo pick of the year, the best stereo record, and it was just a knockout.
Well, that was what I thought. I thought it's a real FM kind of song that you
Yeah.
wouldn't hear on AM radio. But back in San Francisco, FM when that came hot, I could see that being something that maybe got played once in
Yeah.
a while, and it was a deeper cut.
Well, it was the kind of thing if you put on a pair of headphones, you'd listen to that guitar work, and
Oh,
these
do
two
I
guys
remember
were
this now?
just really-
Yeah.
really great.
Going from the right
stereo.
channel to the left channel, back to the right
Yeah.
channel. Yeah.
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 It was just a work of art. These two are just such gifted guitar players.
And this has got Sally Go Round the Roses. It's got Bert Janisch guitar,
Bert Jones.
and Jackie Machie vocals, John Renborn guitar and vocals. And see, that's the kind of thing that's I found John Renborn a little later, and I love his stuff.
Yeah, they're both.
And Danny Thompson on double bass. Well, you know.
It was Sandy Denny was in
And
that.
Richard
She was
Thompson.
really good.
Oh, that's another great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It inspired me to listen to more folk. I think a lot of people pass on folk, and it's like, no, don't pass on folk. There's some great folk records, some great stuff. I mean, you think of like Joni Mitchell kind of probably coming out of the folk. I mean, definitely coming out of the folk thing. Bob Dylan coming out of the folk thing. I mean, they changed and metamorphosed into different kinds of artists, but to hear that original focus of theirs, and they all tend to borrow from each other, and no one really looked at it as stealing. It was just, I like that song, let me amplify that, or let me do something a little different with that, and share my version of it. And so yeah, get out the folk, folks.
For my 2 cents on it, it was nice that folk and blues could be on the same concert stage
Right.
and feel very compatible and could complement each other.
I think Bill Grant was big on that. He liked to mix the genres up a little bit and put them on stage. Even Miles Davis and was
Sure.
could be put on the
Yeah.
same bill with a
Yeah.
rock group.
Yeah, I'd say my friend Corky Siegel would also agree with you wholeheartedly on that. That
Yeah,
did a lot of
Well, and a
things
big
different.
shout out to Corky. I mean, Corky Siegel. I mean, I wanted to let him know that I'm one of his biggest fans.
Yeah.
Well, it's I just did
A video with
a
him?
little video with him.
Oh, you're kidding.
That'll come out.
Wow!
eventually.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so that'll be great. All right, well, that's all I got
Okay.
with the professor, unless the professor's got something.
Well, I just wanted to say I think that was the beauty of the '60s, is it was such a melange of different styles that if you were to take all those different genres of music, you get appreciation for so many different styles of music that.
True melting pot.
Who
Yeah.
else but a professor would use the word melange? Good going, Professor.
Well,
I tell you,
It's a gift.
I actually have to carry a pocket dictionary whenever I'm with you.
yeah.
My goodness.
Well, with that, champ out and have a great day.
Hey, Professor's going to be out, and Dizzy's out of here too. But hey, thanks for watching, and to our loyal fans that watch us regularly, we appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.